Hello, welcome Jua. Hello Ellie, it's good to see you all. Just give me a moment while I'm trying to set all this thing. Jua betul-betul workout ke? Ke saja kacau? So wait, let me just type something out and I will be done. Alright. Ya, kena workout mah. Workout baru shock mah. Okay. So, hello. My name is Mission. So today I'll be sharing how to work out from home. So during the MCO time, right, on March, I actually wanted to go to the gym, but obviously we couldn't go to the gym due to the lockdown. So what happened is I used some household item and just work out like that for at least 2 months plus. So I hope just I can also share not just for me but also share how you can also benefit from that lah. Right. So while we are waiting, maybe for a few more people, maybe some little bit introduction about me. So I've been training in the gym for around 2014. So started off with overweight and started from the bottom. Now we're here, right? So here I am, and fast forward, I'm actually doing personal training. Not only that, I also help people to how to lift weights. So hopefully with social media, I get to I get to share all with this. Hello, Melvin, and hopefully I get to share all the ideas how you can actually do it with a proper style. Make sure things you get is safe, and also make sure you get the most bang for your buck, so to speak. So I know some of you guys maybe don't have access to the gym, or very what is that called? Or very shy to go to the gym, or don't know where to start. I hope this place, hey, hello, and also how you can, so to speak, without the gym, you still can work out. So just because you don't have a gym doesn't mean you cannot work out, right? So at least I will do my best to just share with you. Again, I want to say that because I'm giving to a wide audience, just a little disclaimer, everyone's training will be, everyone will be different, right? Some people can do this, some will have health conditions and so on. But if you have any health condition or anything, you can let me know. Or example, if you have back pain or anything, you can share a little bit throughout the process when you're working out. So take it nice and slow. Today we just touch back on the basics. You don't need to be a beginner to do this. In fact, I think having good form is not just a beginner's problem. I've seen people in the gym, they're training for 4 to 5 years, and they can't even do the exercise properly, and then they wonder, why I cannot see result, And if lifting weights, why I'm so into lifting weights, just because I'm not a running person. Asking me to do running or cycling, just long dreadful hours, I'm just not a fan of that. So maybe lifting weights is kind of like the alternative for me. So I hope you can benefit. So before we start, as usual, we're going to do some warm up. So I'm not sure how the connection is. If the connection is good, I'm just testing. Can you just give me a number 5? Right? If you can see what I'm saying right now, can you just type? You just send comment number 5 so that I have a look. I just want to see how the connection is going on. Okay, thank you. At least I know the connection is fine. So if that's okay, then I'll go right away. All right. So we just warm up. Very simple warm up. Just warm up on the upper body and lower body. So before we start, may I suggest I'm going to give you 1 minute. You can go to your room right away right now, and I want you to find a piece of towel. So maybe you get a towel like this. I just want you to get a towel, just a quick one. So I'm going to give 1 minute from now. Go to your room and get a towel. That's all. We're going to use towel for the warm up. Very simple one. Okay. I'm going to give you 1 minute. So meanwhile, I will just share I'm going to make this a series, okay? So let me just tilt this a little bit. So this this series is going to use all sorts of household items. From time to time, we go household item, and also I want to make sure that we get all the movement right first, because when you get all the movement right, you know, then you'll be able to get the most result out of it, and also prevent yourself from injury-free. Now, and I also understand for some people, hiring a personal trainer might be costing you quite a fortune. So I hope this should at least bridge the gap between personal trainers and also regular members, just like you watching here, supporting my video. Alright, so if you have get the towel already, can you just comment towel? And I'm going to start, right? As in TOWEL. So you just type towel, and I'll go right away. Alright? And Kimberly, hello Kimberly. So, and Nawaf, hi Nawaf. So, when we're ready, so we're going to start very simple one. You get the towel in. Okay, here's what I want you to do. Now the towel is very big, right? I want you to just flip it like 2 or 3 rounds, just like this. Yep. Let the wind blow. Keep this up. Awesome, awesome. So when you're ready, we just do a simple one, yeah? The primary is just to stretch out the chest and also a little bit at the back. So, I want you to hold at the edge of the towel as far as you can, yeah? Alright, so you put it over here, lift your chest up, don't arch your back, just keep your, try this angle, so keep your back straight, keep your back neutral, and from here, I want you to go all the way up, and come back all the way down. Simple one, just walk all the way back, all the way down. Now if this is not a problem for you, then you can go right away. Ideally, you want to do the full version, so it's like you're doing this, you know. If you can do, go ahead, you just do for 5 rotations. It's going to be like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So let's say if this is your maximum, you can only go this far, you can't go to the back. That's okay. We start simple first, right? So if everything is good, we'll try again. So if you want to increase difficulty, or like what I do just now was very simple, right? You want to stretch a little bit more, you don't kind of feel it. You want to hold a little bit closer, so just now we hold it here, right? So now we hold a little bit closer, okay? And repeat the same thing, okay? Again, that's your maximum, so be like, for me, this is my maximum, so I'm going to just leave it here. I just want to stretch it up, another one last rotation and fine. Okay? And we're done for this. So what about the legs? For legs, it's very simple. I'm going to stretch out a bit of the hips, your leg, just to prepare you to, I'm going to give you a spoiler. We're going to try to squat, alright? Okay, so we have a few more new viewers. Hello there. So I'm going to show you how to sort of warm up for your legs here. If you just joined, don't worry. I'm just teaching you the basics. We get, for this whole few series of episodes, we just go do basics. Yeah? So, very, very simple. First is to identify your stance. I'm just going to tilt the camera here. Just a quick one to make sure you guys can see the legs, toes. Right, so I want you to stand straight. Place your feet onto the shoulder width, yeah? In line with the shoulder. Okay? And if you're okay, I want you to place your hand at the center. And when you're ready, I want you to sit all the way in the bottom. Sit in between of your thighs. So I don't want your hand to be here. I want your hand to be here. Again, I'll show you. So when you go down, I want your elbow as if like pushing your thighs out. So again, so from here, I want you to push all the way out. Okay? So from the side view, it will look something like this. Push your chest up, squat as low as you can, and push it up. That's all. The pushing out is to allow you to have more space to sit in between. Now, I want you to break some common myths while I'm doing this warming up. Right? So I want you, while you're pushing up, I just want you to push out. Just be a very comfortable position and sit. Right? So I'm going to break a few myths while I'm doing this. Is that you see people say like, oh, squat is bad for your knees. Squat is not bad for your knees. It's bad for your knees because you don't get the technique right. You think about when we are in on the childhood days, we usually can squat, fix a bicycle, play marbles, or whatever game there is during our childhood. We don't have problem. But because as we age, As the saying goes, if you don't use it, you lose it. So we sometimes forgot how to squat. So by using this warm-up stretching method allows you to get back into position. Now it's not simple, but take some time, you're going to be fine. In a very comfortable position like this, yeah? Okay? And you notice the body is not all the way up, it's a bit slanted. Now that's going to be different for every individual. Some people will be very upright. For me, I'll be a bit slanted because everyone is built differently. So while you're here, I hope you can feel a little bit of the stretching over there. Yeah? So one more time, just go down. I want you to push your thighs, just keep pushing your thigh. Just rest a bit, alright? How you're feeling? Make sure your heels don't come up, yeah? Make sure your heels are down, huh? Okay? Alright, and we are done. Okay? So now that hopefully now I warm up your lower body and your upper body, and let's get into it, alright? The first exercise that I want to teach today, I want to teach, don't think about exercise like exercise, think it like a movement. Movement is a skill. You got to practice it. The more you practice it, you get better at it. Think of your first time riding a bike. Think of the first time you are trying to ride. You know, so it's something like that. It's going to take some time. So just go through the motions, and we'll see how it goes. Alright. So remember just now I taught you how to squat, and how to sort of warm up your lower body. This one you're doing the squat. So I'm going to go on the squat, a press. I'm going to teach you a hinge. I'll explain all of that later, alright? So how do you squat? First of all, like I said, everyone is built differently, so everyone will differ. But first, we can always follow the first principles, right? So I'll just share with you, this is my experience with my client also, how we get into a squat position. So you stand straight, again. I'm going to repeat like how we did just now. Just place your feet shoulder width here, so it's around your shoulder width. If you find it's not, you need more space, you can go a bit wider. But just go wide by inch only, right? When I tell people to go wide, they'll end up like that. We don't want to do this stupid thing. Or vice versa, when I tell people to go close, they'll go all the way like this, and they cannot squat. So to find the stance, most people around the shoulder, or hip or shoulder width. For my case, it will be shoulder width here. Take a nice deep breath, place your hand at the bottom, and squat all the way down. Remember just now we said the elbows are pushing away your thigh. That's what you want. Yeah. Go over here, and choosing is in, right? Choosing. So you're going to go all the way down and push all the way out. Okay, that is all you need to do. So come back up. So from the side view, yeah. From the side view, you keep the chest up. You squat all the way down, and you come up. Just a warm up, right? So I'm going to let you guys do your own timing. Let us do for around. Okay, if you start from 5 repetitions. Repetitions also known as reps. So that means we do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then we just rest. So let us all try, just using 5 reps, yeah? So I want you to place your chest up. So go on to the exact position that we do. Chest up, go all the way down. 1, okay? When you go down, don't just drop all the way down. Everything has to be controlled. Remember, we want to control everything, just like riding or walking, don't just bounce around. So when you go down, you see a lot of people do this. Not only looks stupid, and it doesn't help you also. So make sure you control everything, chest up, sit all the way down. Think of trying to sit between your thigh and come up as fast as you can. So I repeat, yeah. When you go down, I want you to control. And squat as fast as you can. Okay? Now, how low should you squat? Some people like us. So squatting, there's not like a minimum standard, but for most people, you should be able to go below parallel. So I will show you what does this mean. So if you only squat like this is not a squat. What you're doing is putting a lot of pressure on the knee. Refer back to just now I say why you have knee pain when you squat. It's because of your form. If like this, of course, you will be painful. You go all the way down, not all the way down, but at least your hips must go below your knees. Right? I repeat, your hips go below your knee, you should be fine. So this is a depth, a good depth that most people can achieve. If you can do anything lower, congratulations, you are a very flexible person. Okay? So let's try for another 5 reps, yeah? Okay? So down, up, 1. Remember, we want quality, not just the quantity. 2, go down, control. I want you to think of filling your butt, and when you come up, push your butt up. Okay? 3. Okay? 2 more. 4. And the last one. Go all the way down. 5. Okay? So I'm going to let you do on your own. I'll give you 2 minutes and let's see how it goes. Okay, I want you to do 10 reps. If you can do 10, you do 10. If it's too much for you, why don't we start with maybe somewhere 5 like that. Okay, so I'm going to leave it to you. I'm going to rest a little while and I'm going to make sure you are doing it. Alright, how many reps have you done in your squat? Go ahead and put in the comments how many reps that you have done here. Okay, so I have a little bit of tip for you also. So maybe just now you try to squat, you notice, does any one of you have the heels keep coming up like when you squat? Like when you squat, your heels keep coming up. Anyone has that problem? Okay, I think some people, if you haven't faced this challenge, right, very simple already. I'm going to give you, you can go to your room. You can, ideally you want to use plates, but if you don't have plates, you can use book. Now I'm not saying this book are rubbish, I'm using this book as an example. So the book, just make sure, if you have a long book like this, that'd be great. But if you don't have a book, I just have to be very, it's just like a few inches thick. I don't know if you can see or not. So it's just, yeah, it's just a few, hi AJ, it's just a few inches thick, right? So if you have squatting problems, right, what you can do is, this one acts like an elevated heel for you, making it easier to squat. So I'm going to show you how it's done, yeah? You place it on the floor, or whatever stance. Remember just now the stance that we tried to discover is very hard, right? So you place your heel on the book, okay? Find your stance that you were trying to warm up and squat just now. Again, you take a nice big breath, okay? And sit in between your legs. 1. It might look stupid, but it gets the job done. This will help you to be able to squat in a more comfortable position for some people. So if you have a book right now, you can go ahead and do it. Right? So how many reps have you all done? I hope you get your reps done. Right? So if you get your reps done already, I will go on to the next exercise. Alright? So I hope the squat, if you have any questions, don't be shy. You can put a DM after this show and you let me know what you can be better. What challenges that you're having. If I can help you, I'll go ahead and help you. Right? So we're done with the squat. So next movement I'm going to teach you is called a hinge. The hinge movement basically is to train, for some is to train on the back, for some is to train on the hamstring, but I will give you the basics first. So a hinge should look something like this here. Okay? So I'm going to put my hand here. Okay? I'm going to show you how to hinge. So this is the movement we want to do. Right? So you've done correctly. Just now when you squat, you probably feel a lot of your thighs, right? So this one, I want to feel more on the hamstring. So when you keep your chest up, and I want you to sit behind. Now, some of you will have a lot of problems. You will like fold in front, or cannot sit to the back, or all those kind of problems. So easy way to fix this is, now rule number 1 is, you got to make sure your knees cannot go forward. Meaning, you don't want to go like a half squat. So this is wrong, so we don't want to do this. At the same time, we also don't want to sit too back, that your back is rounded. So, example like this, so we don't want that. You're not bowing forward, you are sitting to the back. I will explain shortly here. So again, you don't want to round your back, so don't do this here. Okay? So we don't want to round. So what we have to do is on a hinge, it should be like this. So how do we do? Very simple. Okay? So just now we warm up, we use the towel, right? For a few minutes ago, we were using the towel, we go to the back, right? So this one, you keep your chest up. Number 1 is you keep your chest up, don't round, keep your chest up, keep the chest up. Okay? And I want you to imagine, behind there's a wall. Okay? Then your butt, okay, is trying to touch the wall. So imagine there's a wall. So imagine this is the wall, yeah? This is the wall. Right? It's like your butt is trying to touch like that. But your knee cannot go forward, yeah? Again, I repeat, yeah? Your butt is trying to go backward, as if you're trying to touch. Okay? Let's try again. So, placing your hand, you can place it on your hips. I like, for beginners, I would recommend you to place your hand here. Okay? Keep the chest up. Knees cannot go forward, yeah? I repeat, knees cannot go forward, yeah? And then, chest up, and using your hamstring. And think of engaging your hamstring, shift your butt back. Shift to the back, and up. 1. Go back to original position. Again, chest up, sit back. Imagine there's a wall behind, you want to sit up, okay? Again, make sure your knee cannot go forward, yeah? So today it's just the basics. So some of you might find this is a workout, but that's okay, alright? Any one of you have any challenges, you can let me know, alright? Okay, so I'll show you again. Huh? So you want to feel on the hamstring. So how do you feel on the hamstring? You want to take your time, chest up, butt back, butt back, butt back, butt back, butt back, and up. Okay. Remember, you don't need to go very low. Go to the depth that allows you to feel your hamstring, and don't round your back. So I give you an example. What happens if I go all the way to the back? Yeah. So let's say I go all the way to the back, right? But here's one problem. Here's one problem. I'm arching my back, and to make it even worse, I'm not stable. You see. So I don't want that to happen also. So go to whatever that you can, and so be it, and come back up. Whatever you do, make sure you do it in proper form. Okay? You might not be able to do, maybe some of you are currently in this position. That's because you are trying to go forward. You are not going forward, you are going backward. So tell yourself your butt is facing, like trying to touch a wall behind. But your knee cannot go forward, yeah? Your knee don't go forward, sit behind, and up. You should be able to feel your hamstring. Okay? So far so good? Okay, so the next one, I'm going to show you. So I've taught the squat just now, which is on here. So like I said, you squat, you got a problem, you can use the box, put behind your heels. Hopefully we can make things easier. And then followed by a hinge. A hinge is where you, for now, is straining the hamstring. And hamstring, you sit behind. Okay? Now that I teach you how to hinge, the next movement I want to show to you is how do we do a row. So what is a row? Yeah? A row is primarily to train your back. Okay? This one, I think back is a very underrated thing. Most people have low back pain, but nobody wants to strengthen the back. So hopefully, with this series of exercise, you'll be targeting a lot on the back as well. So while you're training right now, you might be thinking, my back always hurt. Why? I cannot explain to you because I am not a physiotherapist. Or vice versa, I'm not some doctor that is in that field. But what I can share with you is, usually for most people, you have back pain is because of some tightness. Why do you have tightness? The reasons can form from many. You sit down, you tap the phone, you wake up, go to the toilet, you sit, you drive, you sit, and so on and so forth. So the part here all tight already. So by doing this exercise, I hope that I can help to at least make you feel your back a little bit more taut up, so you don't have to crook the back like how you see in some people around the society. So what do you want to do? So go back to the hinge. Position. Okay. So again, I just show you. You keep the chest up and sit behind. That's it. Done. Okay. So far so good. If you are good, give me a thumbs up. Okay. You're good. Give me a thumbs up. So just make sure the leg is behind. Right. Knees cannot go forward. So again, knees cannot go forward. Chest up. Butt back. Sit behind. So I'm teaching you all the essential movements here. Because once you understand all this movement, then it will be easier for you. Okay? Now when you place your hand on your shin, so this is called the shin here. So now we have in the hinging position. Place your hand and put it onto your shin. From here, chest up, and I want you to feel the back here, and I want you to do this. Okay? Remember, understand all these things will take some time. You won't be able to feel here right now, but give yourself some time. In the long run, I'm not talking right after this next hour, I'm talking about a week or two, or maybe a month. Remember, this is all a skill. You gotta be patient. What gives you result is consistency. You didn't get the result you want is because previously you were not consistent. Also because we eat too much calorie. So more on that next time. But for now, teach you how to do the movement. So chest up, butt back, hips on the shin. From here, I want you to think of squeeze your back. I want you to feel a lot here. Okay? Probably some of you might be feeling on your arm. Might be feeling a lot here. Or some of you might be even feeling here, the bicep. Now that is not the goal, unfortunately. So, what we can do, Right? So how can we feel like we are actually doing a row and to hit the back? Very, very simple. I spent the first 2 years going to the gym, do not know how to feel my back. But once I saw this cue I was being taught by someone how to use the cue, it really changed. So I hope you can benefit also. So what you can do is, instead of trying using your hand to just pull like that and you don't feel anything, imagine you are using your elbow strength. So what do you mean by elbow strength? Imagine someone is behind you. You don't like the fella. So you elbow the fella out. So you can try right now. You place your hand forward and elbow the person. Elbow the person. Think of using a lot of energy here. Don't think of using a lot of energy on the forearm. Yeah? So I repeat, chest up, squeeze, and squeeze. What you're doing now, you probably feel some on the back. Okay? But think of trying to elbow someone behind, you should be able to feel more on the back. That is what we want. And these are the quote-unquote secrets that most people don't tell you. It's not that you don't know, it's just nobody told you that. Right? So, again, yeah? So, combining this all together, chest up, butt back, hands on the shin, and think of doing a row by initiating with your elbow. Think of there's someone you don't like on the ceiling. You want to elbow the ceiling. Okay? And go down, control, yeah? Up you fast, down you control. Squeeze your back. Okay? And like this, okay? I'm going to let you try. You're going to do for around 10 to 15 reps. That means 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 or to 15. I'm going to let you do. And meanwhile, just gentle reminder, when you're doing it, I want you to go and test. Just go ahead. Have fun. Just keep trying to roll until you can feel the back. Okay? If you don't feel the back, just drop the comment or you can put the DM. I will see how I can get to you. Right? We have a few person. Hey, hi Junfai, and hi Shazzy, and Mian. Hello. So you can feel free to join. Yep. Okay. So I hope you all managed to feel the back, yeah? Okay. Alright, good. So combining everything, just now we do the squat, we do a hinge, and we combine with a row. Okay? So the next exercise we're going to do is a press. So how do we do a press? Very simple. But before I start, I would like you to just grab a chair. I'm going to give you 1 minute. Just grab a chair, and I just want you to sit on the chair. Alright, since we have been standing so much, probably some of you, the leg might be tired. So I'm going to let you have a sit, and we see how it goes. Alright, give you 1 minute. Good, take a chair out. Alright. Okay, so if you got a chair, right, very, very simple. The next movement I'm going to teach you is a press. So press means, for example, for this case will be a vertical press, right? So you pull all the way up, you go all the way down. So the primary movement, this one is to show you how to feel on the shoulder. Okay, so you place it up, so I'll show you that, all the way up, all the way down, all the way up, all the way down. When you do all this exercise, don't just think of trying to move for the sake of moving. There's a difference between moving weights and lifting weights. Moving weights means, for example, you don't feel anything, and then you wonder why you don't get results. Of course, if you don't even feel any stimulation, how are you going to feel? How are you going to get results, right? It's like there's a difference between eating and tasting. I used to work, in the food industry. That's what they say. Eating is you just eat like a snake. A snake just swallow the whole thing in the snake. A human taste the food. You eat, is this nice? You have to taste. So just like doing big weights, you got to experience it. If you don't feel, you're not going to feel anything, right? So back to the topic. So you have found the chair. You may start right now. So you place all the way up. Okay. push all the way up, all the way down. The primary here is to feel on the shoulder, yeah? So it's going to be on this side, yeah? Okay? So, all the way up, all the way down. All the way up, all the way down. All the way up, and all the way down. That is all, okay? I'm going to let you do on your own. I want you to practice, do around 10 to 15 reps. And I want you to feel on your, what is that called? I want you to feel on your shoulder. So let me know, yeah? So I'm going to rest here and I want you to make sure you are doing it, alright? Again, you have any questions or, or you feel next time you've got a friend who can benefit this, then show it to them. Ask them to join on my next episode. I'm going to do it. Don't worry, it's not just a one-time all. I'm planning to give out, just share out everything that I've learned in the past, all the mistakes I've made to make, so that we can make our society to, go into lifting weights, right? Lifting weights actually is not just like, people say it's, oh, I'm not a bodybuilder, or I'm not training with weights, why bother, right? So, lifting weights is always a little bit more, people say controversial, but it's actually not. It doesn't give you any injury as long as you're doing right, alright? Driving also what? There's always road accidents, right? But people are still driving, right? Just saying, right? So it doesn't have to be, shared that way, alright? So I hope you finished your shoulder press already. So just a recap, make sure you keep your chest up, place your hand on your shoulder, go all the way up and all the way down, alright? Do not do, I repeat, do not do half reps. That means you go up like this. Simple only. You do half rep, you do half results. The joke is not on me. The joke is on you. Whatever happens, the outcome is you. You are responsible for your own health. Right? You are responsible for your own skill. So be consistent and we try again. So all the way up, all the way down. I repeat again. Push all the way up and all the way down. You should be able to feel the shoulder. Okay? So like I said, today is just talking about all the basics, how to lift weights properly. A very, very unfortunately underrated aspect. And it's not a beginner's problem. So if you're a beginner, there's nothing to be shy. And if you train for 2 or 3 years, there is always things that you can always improve. I am still trying to improve. This is my 6th year into lifting. But I still think that I have a lot to learn. So I share out what the past 6 years, all the good things, all the mistakes I made, I share with you so that number 1, you don't do the same stupid mistake I do. Number 2, it makes a better version out of you. Right? So again, up, all the way up, all the way down. I'm going to try one more time, just do one final set. Okay? Hey, today I talk about set. What's the meaning of set? Why I'm doing this, I'll tell you. So what we're doing now is a rep. This is rep number 4, number 5, right? So example, after we do up to 15 already, that is considered one set, and then we rest. Okay? So just now, if you follow me around maybe 5 minutes ago, I was doing like one set with you guys today. So this is technically a set number 2. So that is what you remember. All the way up, I want you to pause and go down all the way control. Do not just fly up or do half rep. Okay? Okay? Until you do 10 or 15, then I'll let you go. Alright? Okay? So I'm going to give you guys a 1 minute break. You go and have a drink of water. And I'll catch back you shortly. So when we come back, right? When we come back, 1 minute, maybe I'll give you 2 minutes, easier. So when you come back later, I am going to, just let you, we're going to train a little bit more on other things. So we're going to teach you more about how to train the abs also. Just train about special abs, right? So if you want to train about abs, stay on tune for a minute and I'll catch back with you shortly, right? So you're going to take a rest, have a sip of water, yeah? Okay. Right, so far so good. So I'm going to move on to the next one. I'm going to teach you a little bit how to train the core. Today I'm going to show you one very, very simple exercise. Unfortunately, most people are doing it wrong. Maybe not most people, but some people are doing it wrong. So I'm going to show you how it's done here. So very, very simple. The exercise is called a plank. Right? Plank, if do correctly, you should only feel one part, which is your core. right? You shouldn't feel on your shoulder, you shouldn't feel on your knee, you shouldn't feel on your butt, whatever place that is, right? The goal is to be on a straight line, okay, and feel on the core. That's about it. Core means your abs part there, right? So why focus such on the core? Not because we have to lose belly fat, okay? Because fat is all around the body. You cannot choose a specific spot to reduce your fat, whether it's your belly, your thigh, your butt, give and take, right? So it's important to work all around the body. That is why just now throughout the whole series, I was sharing like, oh, this is how you do every single movement because we are using the whole body. So straight to the topic, we are going to do the plank. So how we're going to do the plank, I'm going to show you right now. You can use a mat. If you have a mat, that would be great. If you do not have a mat, you can use a towel. So basically the towel just forms like a mat . And actually mat or without mat doesn't matter. Just most important is you don't feel very pain. And also number two, it gives you a grip so you don't have all the sweat and slip off of that. Alright? So here we go. So you place your hand here. So not sure you can see. Right. So you place your hand on the shoulder width, hand shoulder width, and you push all the way up. Okay. When you're ready, shake your body. Make sure your body is on a straight line. So don't do this. This of course you feel lower back pain. Why is it we don't want to do like this? If not, you cannot feel anything on the core. So pretend like you're a tabletop. Yeah. You want to be in the tabletop position. Okay. Just hold it there. Okay. So the most important is you feel the core at the side here. Okay. So go here and just try out for 30 seconds. You know. Just see how it goes. Just make sure you can feel it over here. Okay. So if you're feeling a lot of lower back pain, two reasons. Number one, maybe your core is not strong enough. Or number two, is maybe because you're arching your back. So that means you're like this. So don't do that. Okay? Not only it looks so stupid in this position, it looks like you're trying to having sex with the floor like that. Okay? We don't want to have sex with the floor. We want to train our core. Right? So just make sure you're in a good position. Okay? I'm going to let you try on your own. You go ahead for 30 seconds. And I'll get back to you shortly. If 30 seconds you think it's very simple, go ahead, do for 1 minute. Whichever that you prefer, right? So once again, I'm repeating, my name is Mishan. I'm going to show you throughout this series of exercises how you can work out from home. But to work out from home, it's good that we talk about the basics first. We learn how to do the form first, because in the next future episodes, I don't want to spend too much time on telling you guys like how to do the exercise. We are just going right away and just get into it. That's why for the next these few episodes is going to be crucial for you, because a lot of this exercise, once you know how to do all these basic movements, it will be easier for you when you do the exercise, right? Okay. Okay, I think 30 seconds is up. So have a break, have a drink. So again, we are just trying to learn how to do the movement. Okay. So before I end, I think let's do together, right? So we take a squat just now. We take a row. So I'm going to take a squat. I'm going to take a row, and I'm going to do a plank. We just do 3 simple movements, right? So here's what we're going to do. We're going to do squats, 3 sets of 15 reps, 10 to 15. I'll let you choose. If you are a beginner, go on a 10. If you think that you can go, by all means, be my guest, do a 15. Remember, we are about quality, not quantity. So we do a squat. After we finish squat, we do a row, and then we finish a row, we do a plank. That's all. Remember, while most people want to sweat, our goal is not to sweat. Our goal is to see results. So let those people sweat whatever they want. Meanwhile, we do sweat, yes, but we don't use sweat as a measurement or instrument for getting results. It doesn't have to be the way. In fact, wouldn't it be great if you don't need to suffer and get results? Just say, right? So let's get into it. So go with the squat. Okay. So again, options. I'll give you guys options. You can just do body weight like this right now, or if you have the issues, refer back to the earlier video which I shared. You can use a book. Okay. For this today, maybe I'll just share with you how to do it with a book lah. So you take the book, do it, okay? Then afterwards we do with this, I'm going to do a row. And the row, maybe I'll use the books as well. You know what? I think you can work from that. And plank, we just use our own body weight. And let's see how it goes, alright? So 3 sets of everything. Let's just do a 15 reps. And there we're ready. Let's go, alright? So get yourself into a squatting position. I think I will go on to the forward one, then you guys can see. Alright, so again, your heels on here, just your heels. Don't go and put your whole half feet inside, just the heels. Keep your chest up. Okay, and sit in between. 1, okay, sit. 2, okay. 3. So remember, every time you want to have consistent depth, when you go down, it's control. It should be in the same motion that how you do. 4, okay. When you go down, remember, push your knees out. Think of pushing your knees out. 5. Don't have the stanky leg, so don't do this, keep it up. 6. Okay. Keep going. 7. Okay, very good, very good. Just keep going. So remember, our goal is to do it right. When you're right, when you're good, ready next time, then you can do it fast. Alright. 9. Okay. 10. Good. Another 5 more, and that's about it. Okay. 11. 12. I don't know how many reps you did, but I'm going to take my own time. 13. If you do it correctly, as I'm speaking, then I actually feel a little bit being warm up already in my thigh. So if I can feel it, I'm sure you can as well. Right? Remember, chest up, sit down. 15. Okay, done. Right, so now we're done. Rest for 30 seconds. Next one, I'm going to do a row. We're using the books. Okay, so if you have books, you can do it. If you don't have books, body weight is fine. Because today, I'm just teaching you how to do the movement. Again, gentle reminder. Probably now not many people will notice it, but maybe in the future, later episodes, you might need to refer back to this Instagram Live series, this very debut, because it actually all comes down to the form. If you fail to master the form, then too bad, you won't be able to get the most out of your movement, alright? So remember, strict technique, quality is what you want, alright? You see a lot of trainers want to do it fast, but nobody wants to do it right, alright? So here you go. So remember, chest up, butt back, place your hand on the shin. Okay, from here, I want you to think of elbow the ceiling. Go, elbow the ceiling, squeeze the back, control it, go down. 2, control it, go down. 3, okay? 4, squeeze your back, yeah? Make sure you squeeze your back, think of elbow the ceiling. Okay, just keep going. 7, 8, okay, I'll show you from front view, 9, 10. Don't crank my head up, just look at the floor also, okay? Okay, notice I'm not looking at the camera, that's my design. Because I do not want to crank my head up here. Okay. Right? So we repeat this for another 2 more sets, alright? The same thing. Oh, I forgot the squat just now, I didn't do another 2 more sets, but it's okay. I mean, first time, right? Besides, we really squat quite a lot. Okay? So we rest for 30 seconds, then we continue the second set using the books as a row. So remember, gentle reminder from the top view while you're resting. I reassure you one more time. You want to think of elbow, alright? Think of elbow towards the up direction. So later when you're going, think of trying to elbow to the ceiling, okay? Alright, when you're ready again, chest up, butt back, place your hand to the ceiling, and squeeze, okay? Remember, your knee cannot go forward. If your knee is going forward, that means you're doing it wrong. Okay? 5, 6, okay? I'm going to let you do, right? Just make sure it's good technique, yeah? Okay? The last thing we want is very, very horrible technique. Okay? And also remember, exercise is a bit unique. You do not feel it right now, but maybe in a few tomorrow, maybe after you sleep, you might feel a little bit, especially if you're a total beginner. So go easy on yourself. Okay, it's better to undertrain than to overtrain. Yeah? Okay. Besides, who's going to watch my episodes, right? If everyone gets so wrecked, right? So we get the set 2 done. Now we go for one final set. Same thing. Chest up, butt back, Place your hand onto your shin, chest up, and when you're ready, do the same thing, yeah? Okay, remember, try to elbow the ceiling here. That's the best cue that I will tell you. Okay, always remember control all the way up and all the way down, yeah? Okay, so if you can, you do 10, if you cannot, do 15. Most important, you have to feel on the back. If you don't feel on the back, you can tell me on the next, maybe I'll either I personally reach out to you, just put a DM, I'll try to get back to you, alright? Okay, so I hope by now you're finishing your third set. So let's go to the final one. You just do 3 sets of 30 seconds on the plank. So remember, gentle reminder, plank is only on here. It's only the core. You should not feel on the butt, lower back, and don't have sex on the floor, as I'll show you just now. Okay? So when you're ready, get like your tabletop position, and we're all ready to go here. Okay? This is going to be the longest 30 seconds you ever have. Alright? So make sure you are in a control position. Yes. So don't drop your belly like that. Don't have sex on the floor. Make sure you keep your whole body as one. Okay? I'm doing it with you, so I'm doing it with you, so it shouldn't be any issue, right? Most important training, number 1, is about the skill. You've got to lock down the skill. Your form has to be on point. You have to have strict form, control, and you know what you're doing, where you're supposed to feel. Then, followed by number 2, which is your consistency. You have to be consistent. If you're not consistent, then how are you going to see results? Okay? If you only do today, tomorrow, then next week you only do one more time, next month only do one more time, and then you wonder why you cannot see results. Of course, you are not even consistent, right? So I'm done for the first set here. I'll let you rest for a while. If everything is good, you proceed up to the second set. Okay? By the way, you guys don't be shy. Keep letting me know if there's anything you would like to know in the future. I take a chance to include it in as my next episode. Alright, so for now we just all go to the basic movements and then you just have to squat, hinge on this thing. Okay? When we're ready, go ahead and continue with the second set of the plank. Alright? So whenever you're ready, I'm going to join you for a little while. Okay, as usual, you're gonna shift yourself forward, yeah? Again, you shouldn't feel your arm. Just close your eyes and say, I want to feel on the belly. I want to feel on the belly. Don't tell yourself, hey, my back pain, how? You think like this, then obviously you will never be able to feel on your core, yeah? So make sure you're in the tabletop position. Imagine I'm trying to put a glass of water on your back. Don't let the water spill, right? Okay? Right, for those, I have Shini, hello, and M-I-C-H-Y-E, I don't know, but hello. Alright. So thank you for joining the group, joining this episode. So what we shared just now, if you just came in just now, we managed to do a plank. Now I'm waiting for 30 seconds. 30 seconds should be up right now. So you rest a while. We're going to do one final set. Then we do some cool down. That's about it, you know. So if you've never ever had the experience how personal training is done, I take this opportunity to share with you, just show you how it's done. Okay. Again, I'm not trying to sell you personal training stuff. I just want to share, all the mistakes that I do. Maybe just share with you. Some people are not so fortunate or don't have access to the gym. I hope this one is for you because during MCO, it really forced me to be very creative. And lo and behold, it actually got me, I wouldn't say great results, but it got me some good results. So bear in mind, if you're a beginner, holy moly, you will get even more because beginner, the good news is you will grow way faster compared to someone who is more advanced. Right? Okay, ready for your last set? Best set? Same thing, just do a 30-second plank, that's about it, right? So let's get it done. Okay? Okay, again, tell yourself you want to feel on the core here, alright? You don't want to feel anything on your lower back and everything. Okay? If you are overweight, if you are watching this video, I forgot to mention, if you're overweight or if you have some back problem, anything, once your back starts to feel pain, please stop immediately.
Remember, we want quality, not quantity. So even if 10 seconds is your max, hey, it's Instagram, right? Nobody knows who can do 10 seconds or who can do 2 minutes. So don't worry, alright? As long as you try your best, you do your proper form, it's always better than not doing it all, right? Okay? Okay, good. So if you stay until this long, thank you so much. I really thank you for taking your time to, try to experience all this, how training is done. So as you can see, training doesn't have to be very, very brutal. Most people you see in the training, you see someone sweat a lot, you see a coach yelling at them. It does not have to be that way. Of course, it's just one of the way, but it doesn't have to be that way. So if you enjoy this kind of thing, I'll be posting more. I'll tell you what, I'm going to hold myself accountable, so I hope you join me in the party. On Friday, 7:30, I'll see you guys the same. So instead of TGIF in the bar, why not for a change? TGIF at home, because you can always work out from home. Alright, but before we go, let's do some stretching, alright? Remember, just like anything, just like food, you've got appetizers, the warm up. You have the main course, the exercise, and dessert, the cool down. So you finish your appetizer, you're done with your main course, now let's have some dessert. So let's just do some stretching. Very, very simple stretching, alright? Okay, first of all, you want to place, I want you to take a nice big breath, extend all the way up, place your, Hi Chooks, welcome. Alright, so again, just a cool stretching only, alright? So you just place all the way up and push it up, like you're going to touch the ceiling. You should be feeling a very nice stretch on the shoulder, on the back, maybe even on your core, because you're not be do planks, right? So just rest and down. Try again, and last one. Okay, do a quick. I like to do this. I always used to do this with my brother, so you can try also. Alright, next one. Especially this one, if you work in the corporate world, I dedicate this stretching for you. I want you to place your hand up like this. Place your hand up like this. Okay? I want you to place over here. Right? Hold all the way up. When you're ready, take your time. I caution you. Take your time and do not force here. I want you to extend towards me. Okay? So it will look something like this. So from the side view, it will look like this. Okay? If you can do it, good. If you like stuck like this, never mind. Maybe it's still very tight. Maybe it's just today. You don't know. But take your time, just do it here. If it's your maximum, so be it. So you repeat, you cross your hand, you put it up, you go and extend all the way out. Just stretch out those forearms of yours. Okay, now we're done with this. Let's change to the other side. Alright? So you put it up here, you switch all the way up, and extend all the way out. Simple. Okay? Just change hands a bit. Okay? Alright, last one. We just stretch our leg a little bit. So you got option. You can grab onto a pole or even the wall. Okay? You can just lift your leg up and want you to hold your feet. That's all. Okay? So for this is just me. This is just me. I'm not going to use anything. I'm going to take my own sweet time here. I'm going to push my leg back. So imagine your heels, right, is trying to touch your. Please grab onto something. Please grab hold onto something. Imagine your heels is trying to touch your, what is that called? It's trying to touch your butt. Try one more time, see. Okay. And you press all the way in. If you cannot press, never mind, just go over here. Okay. Just some simple stretching. Okay. Right. So that is the I guess that's the end for today's workout. So if you like it, don't worry, I'll reshare this in my post, so you can always look back. Remember, how do we learn? Doing one time may be good, but doing more, keep repeating is going to make you a better. So remember, for the next few episodes, or in our terms, in the next few weeks, I'll be committed to share with you some of the basic movements that we do. So I'll recap today what we did. So today we did a squat. Right, so the squat will resemble like this. So make sure that your squat deep enough. Your heels don't come up. If your heels come up, what you can do? What you can do is you can use the boat as I share with you. Then we went on to how to do a hinge. A hinge is the chest up, sit back, you might feel a little bit tight in the hamstring, that's okay. And you do a row. So a row is basically you're trying to elbow someone out. That is what you want to do, right? So, and also the last thing we also talk about is how to do a plank. So a plank is basically you put yourself in a position and make sure you feel in the core. Remember, you don't want to have sex on the floor, so don't let your groin touch the floor. And imagine you are tabletop, your body shouldn't be curved up, you should always be flat. Okay? So I hope this episode helps you a little bit, give you at least an idea like, hey, this is how you never ever be able to afford a personal trainer, or you have bad experience with a trainer before. You know, either someone who is is so brutal for you, you cannot survive, or some people just a walk in the park, or the coach keep yelling at you, or you don't know how it feels like. I hope this gives you a sneak peek. Basically, remember, it's just all about training. So I share with you again. I'm not trying to be your personal trainer here. In fact, I would just take it like someone who has learned a little bit, get those experience, and just try to share. All right? Okay. So. Hey Kwan, hey Kati, right? So if you have ever, thank you for joining the channel. So I guess that's it. I'm going to see you on Friday. So let's lock it down. Friday 7:30. I'll catch you at your home. And what we will be doing, you might be thinking, we're going to touch on more basic movements because in future, we are going to the next maybe in a week, sorry, in 3 or 4 weeks time. I am going to do straight away, we're going to do the routine. You don't have much time to check, how to do it right, how to do it wrong, because we are here to save everyone's time. Most important, okay, is that you enjoy your workout and you make sure you are consistent. Alright, that is all for today. Once again, thank you so much, and I'll catch you on Friday. Alright, thank you, bye bye.